Morning, guys. Good morning. It's Thursday. A few days closer to the Ravens and the Steelers. Deshaun Elliott, Patrick Queen running their mouths. This is going to be a great game. That's why I love the Ravens defense so much on Sunday, because their defense getting teased, getting taunted, going into the Steelers week, knowing the Steelers can't spread them out the way the Bengals were on Thursday night. The Ravens defense can play great. Lamar, dare I say he's the question mark, but his numbers against Pittsburgh haven't been great. They do have the prolific TJ Watt. So I think as Lamar just protects the football, I said it yesterday. I think we keep him under 17 points. I think it's like a 27-17. Maybe we just stomp them 27-6. We're a much better team than them. As long as we don't turn that ball over, this Ravens defense is going to be ready to go. I'm getting more and more confident as we get closer to game time. Also, if you're in the business of betting NFL MVP, somebody has to explain to me why Lamar is like minus 110, plus 110 in certain places. Josh Allen, here's the deal. The Chiefs beat if the Bills beat the Chiefs and the Steelers beat the Ravens. If you think both of those things are going to happen and Lamar's going to play really bad and Josh Allen's going to play really good. So you need four things to happen in order for Lamar not to win this MVP. Because after this week, Lamar's winning the MVP. He's going to beat Pittsburgh. He's going to play well. And it really doesn't matter if Josh Allen plays well and they beat the Chiefs. His numbers just aren't going to catch him. It just is what it is. Lamar's 24-2, touchdown to interception. Allen 17-4. The yards is more for Lamar. The rushing yards is more for Lamar. And we kicked the crap out of Buffalo when they came here. So it's not Lamar fatigue. Next year's Lamar fatigue. Next year they don't give him the MVP unless we win the Super Bowl this year. But they'll give it to him this year because he's the MVP, and you're not going to be able to get away from it. So if you want to bet on something, unless somebody can explain to me what I'm missing here, Mahomes can't get it. I don't care if they go undefeated. The numbers, it's like 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. I don't care about stats. It's not like my thing, but that's how this award's won. And that's why Lamar won it last year because no one had good numbers, right? Lamar's numbers weren't great, but no one did. So for people saying, well, he won last year with bad numbers, yeah, but there was nobody else to give it to. And he was so dominant, and the Ravens were so dominant. The Chiefs aren't the way the Ravens were last year, even though they're undefeated. They're not dominant offensively. So Mahomes is not getting it. He's just not going to get it unless, like I said, unless you think the Ravens are going to fall off here, and I just don't see that happening. If they somehow lose to Pittsburgh, it's not going to be because Lamar messes this up. He's just so locked in that yeah, whatever. I'm not big on the prop bets, but that one really, really stuck out to me. So yeah, there you go for that. Washington, Philadelphia tonight. The more I keep thinking about it, the more I don't care that it's a short week and Washington's on the road. Two reasons. One, there's no travel involved. I don't know if they drive, take a bus, train, however the hell they get to Philly, they get there. There's no planes. It's nice and quick, so we don't have to worry about traveling. I'm assuming they can just travel today, excuse me, or late last, whatever. Anyway, travel doesn't matter. Secondly, they lost in such a heartbreaking fashion with the guy jumping off sides that it's almost better they don't have a full week to think about it. Just like, let's get back and play. We're playing for the division. We don't have a time to feel sorry for ourselves instead of having an off day, then a film day. They don't have all that. So I think that works to their advantage. And then it's really hard to prepare for Jaden Daniels. Just really is. I like Washington. I like them a lot. I like Jaden Daniels. What do I got here? Over 19 and a half completions. That seems like a joke. Listen, over 222 passing yards, over 43 rushing yards. I don't know how I'm not taking all of them. Brian Robinson, over 44 rushing yards. He's back. Terry McLaurin, 63 and a half. These numbers, I don't know how I'm not going to have nine bets tonight. Like, I like Washington's offense. I think this is every number I'm looking at is undervalue, 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 undervalue. Philly's defense has been great lately. Washington's offense is too good. They're going to spread them out the same way they attack Cincinnati on Monday Night Football. They're going to go into this game and be like, we have to score 40 points because Philly's offense is rolling. Doesn't matter that I don't like Philly's offense or I don't like Sirianni. Their offense is rolling. It is what it is. Washington's going to go into the game the way they did a month ago against Cincinnati and just they'll go for every fourth down, 4th and 3, they'll go for it. They're going to 5 yards here, 4 yards there, 6 yards there, boom, 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 down the field. Red zone offense will be the key. I can't guarantee they're going to score in the red zone, but they're going to move the ball. So from a prop standpoint, I do like that. Ugh, I want them to win so bad. That red zone, that's what it comes down to in these tight games. To be the same thing in Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Red zone, red zone, red zone. Like you either get it done or you don't. Washington, I favor them in the red zone. I favor all of their options. Kingsbury only having to focus as an offensive coordinator. Find me somebody that's doing a better job. They lose to Pittsburgh, probably helps them. Helps them from a betting standpoint because instead of a 2 point spread, we get a 4 point spread. It's up to four, some places 3.5. But I think if they would have beat Pittsburgh last week, we're probably looking at 2.5 or two. So the loss to Pittsburgh was not a good one. But if you watched, you saw signs where you're like, you know what, this offense is still moving the ball against Pittsburgh. Like they're I really like Washington tonight. I think Philadelphia is in some trouble when it comes to defensively, just not having a chance to prepare for Jane Daniels. Offensively, Devontae Smith's banged up, but it is hard to argue that Philly's offense has been, yeah, it's been dynamic. So I probably just won't bet against it. But I have a feeling Washington's just going to do enough. It just, to me, it could end up like the Cincinnati game earlier in the year, where Cincinnati kept scoring also in the second half. So if that happens, I don't want to hate watch the game. I just expect when Washington has the ball, be able to move down the field and get things done. So looking forward to the game tonight. I'll have my bets out soon. Maryland Marquette tomorrow night. Will be the first chance dive into this Maryland team, talk about it. A lot of new faces. For those of you keeping up with it, it's been an exciting 2 games. Tomorrow is obviously the first real test. Marquette's always good. I don't know too much about them right this second to start talking about them, but they're ranked 15th. We'll see. We shall see. And then for the rest of the games this weekend, just amazing games left and right. I'm sure I'm not breaking any news, but we got tons of great games. The Sunday night game, Bengals Chargers, is to me I'm almost looking forward to that game even more than the Chiefs Bills because Chiefs Bills feels like a dress rehearsal. Chiefs still won't have Pacheco back or their other defensive end that was hurt last year in the AFC Championship. That's why the Bills are favored by 2 points. Chiefs just don't have they won't have those two guys back. Still not sure that they should be the underdog, but they are. That game will obviously be a great game to watch. But to me, a desperate Bengals team, Sunday Night Football, they have to win, right? Like the AFC now is basically coming down to that 7 seed, especially if the Chargers win. You're really having 6 teams separate themselves, whereas the Bengals beat the Chargers. Now the Chargers kind of get roped back into not having a guaranteed spot, and the Bengals are right back in it. Colts, Jets, somewhat feels like an elimination game there. God, I hope the Colts win, but 4-6 right now. I got over 8.5 wins and then making the playoffs. Not, don't know if I'd make those bets right this second. That's for sure. I'd get better odds, so not thrilled. Seattle, San Francisco is gonna be a great game. Metcalf is back. I think if you like San Fran, you bet it now. It's 6.5. I think on game day it goes up. Seattle just can't cover against San Francisco. I don't know why they will this week. I hope they do, but there's no evidence that they will. They are coming off a bye. San Francisco is coming off a tough game in Tampa, so that's something, but I don't know. Yeah, a lot of great games, a lot of great games. It starts tonight. We'll do college football this weekend here with Clayton and J Mart and Jack. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. I shall be here tomorrow. So, have a good night. Go Washington. And yeah, if somebody can let me know what I'm missing here about someone else that can win MVP or why Lamar is not a lock for it. I don't think there's fatigue on Lamar. I think next year, if we don't win the Super Bowl, I don't even want to say that because we'll probably win the Super Bowl. So, anyway, have a good night. And yeah, go Commanders.